Alright, welcome back. How was your grinding? Hope it wasn't too boring. So let's have a check and see all the white magic that I chose. No frost poisoner, that'll come in handy in the upcoming dungeon. There's enemies that can poison you. And what about the black mage? Blizzara, haste, and confuse. I think I mentioned it before. Haste will come in handy in boss fights later with haste and temper. You can cast those both on the fighter and it's going to make his attack really high and do a lot of damage. And of course, make sure you have all the latest weapons and armor. So check that out. My black belt, actually unequipping him from the leather armor, raised his defense stats, so be mindful of that. And then eventually he's going to get to the point where his bare hands will do more damage than the nunchucks that he has. And I chose to buy 60 potions and 25 antidotes. I know the original Nintendo Power Guide said to buy 99 potions. It's a bit of an exaggeration. You don't need to buy that many potions. But antidotes, yeah, have at least 20 to 25. Also, when you're fighting enemies, sometimes enemies will drop those antidotes, which is nice too. And have one tent, because we're going to do this dungeon in two parts. There's a main floor, there's an upper floor, and there's a lower floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to do the upper floor first, come out, use a tent to recover our HP and MP uses, and then we're going to go back in and do the lower floor. I'll just follow the mountain range up, and then there's a place where you can walk through. And go south, south, and you'll see there's a marsh there. Also run into many enemies. Now, even though there's 7 of them, I'm not going to waste any magic. Like I said, we want to conserve our spells. Besides, the white and black mages are strong enough at this level to take out the normal wolf. The warg wolves, yeah, leave that to the black belt and fighter. And south, and there's a hole there. That is the Marsh Cave. Now, the Marsh Cave marks the first truly difficult part of the game. Up until now, it's been pretty simple, but this cave ratchets up the difficulty significantly. Mainly because there are enemies here that can paralyze or poison your fighters. For example, these werewolves here, they can poison our guys, so we want to take them out as quickly as possible. Miss, haha. Got lucky there. So go north first, follow the snaking path. And there's the undead enemies. That's the white mages department. You see, you can use Dia, which casts a multi-enemy attack. Very effective against undead enemies. And they toast. Down the stairs. Alright, so this is the upper room. I guess it's a lower room, but we went up to get to it. You got a couple werewolves that can poison and a couple warg-wolves that cannot poison. So let's take care of the poison ones first. And into the room. Now here's something useful. When you're in a room, you can see what are in the other rooms by going to the map screen. Here we go to the map, and look, you can see there's a treasure in that one, there's treasures in that one. So you don't have to waste your time going into rooms that are empty. You'll know exactly which rooms have treasure in and which ones don't. Usually green enemies will be able to poison you. A couple of spiders down, that's easy stuff. Oh, we got a couple gargoyles. These guys can do pretty decent damage, but nothing too troublesome. $1,180 gil, that will be useful. And more gargoyles, oh boy. See, does anyone need healing? Yeah, let's cure our guys a little bit. We'll continue south. There's another room here. Oh, more undead. Guess what? That's the white mage. We got a pair of chests here, potion, and 1,120 gil. Couple of green. The green slimes don't take very high amounts of physical damage. You can see regular attacks only do 1 or 2, so you'll most likely need the black mage's attack spells. Oh, and see, one of them poisoned us again. Green enemy. Green enemies usually can poison. Now if you're lucky enough to score a critical attack where the screen kind of does that lightning thing, then that can do high damage enough to take these guys out, but usually just leave that to the black mage. The blue puddles of goo, they can be damaged with physical attacks. And we got 3 scorpions. Guess what? Again, another enemy that can poison you. See, our black belt has been poisoned. Let's give him an antidote. And potion, get that HP back up. Okay, back. And now we're gonna go back to the surface and use our tent. So at this point, you don't have to be worried about conserving magics, because our tent will recover our magic uses. Of course, as your guys get higher levels, you'll need to buy the cottage, which will completely refill all, but at the level we're at now, the tent is plenty good enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna blast these guys with fire. Okay, go to your items. Use your tent. In the original Nintendo Final Fantasy, using a tent or a cottage in the overworld was the only way you could save. You couldn't actually save in the overworld in that version. You had to go back to a town and go to the inn to actually save your game. Thank goodness they changed it so you could save anywhere in the overworld later on. See the blue one, the blue slime, easy. Can do a lot of damage with the physical attack. Okay, so that other path leads to a dead end. We're gonna follow this path down. A couple spiders. Physical attack should bust those guys up. And we're back into magic conservation mode again. There's a ladder leading down. If you look, you can check. Okay, where's our treasures? Okay, 1, 2, 3 in rooms down there. Okay, so we gotta go down. Take out the poison guys first. Oh, luckily the spider ran away. Nice. Got a potion. All right. And more scorpions. Well, let's hope they don't poison us. I already got one of our guys. Poisoned another one. To see how annoying this cave can be. The potions fill exactly 50 HP, so you can know not to waste them. Obviously, if a guy has 40 HP down, you're gonna waste that extra 10. Clear the black belt. Seems to be a favorite of the enemy's targeting. Broadsword. Well, we already have a broadsword, but be able to sell this one in the town for money. Okay, cure. Keep your guys' HP up. We got another potion. Sweet. Okay. So that's all of the treasures on this floor. And then we have to go into that room on the far right, and that'll lead us to the next entrance of the dungeon. See, the critical attack did enough damage to kill the green slime, but you won't always be lucky enough to score those. Up. Oh boy, this is a lot of enemies. I think we're gonna have to use a multi-spell on these guys. It's good to conserve, but when you run into like 7, 8, or 9 enemies at once, it's better off just to wipe them out. And down the stairs. And then this is the final room of the Marsh Cave. There's 16 rooms here. Now, the 4 rooms on the very bottom are locked by the mystic key, so you needn't waste your time trying to go in those ones. Remember, in the old Nintendo version, came with a map. You could check the map to see where the treasures were. And then when we get to the next Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy II, the Nintendo one I'm talking about, there's empty rooms aplenty. That's one of my annoyances with that Final Fantasy. One is empty rooms, one is the annoyingly high random enemy encounter rate. And we got a Phoenix down. So see, you can check the rooms. Alright, so the next 2 rooms are empty. The room on the far right has treasure. And we got 5 enemies that can poison us. Let's take them out with a multi-spell. See, they've already poisoned the fighter. Okay, that one's empty. That one's also empty. Alright, we took out the gargoyles before they could even attack. This one has treasure. Gil, nice. Okay. Got a couple empties, and then the 2 leftmost rooms have treasure. It's a big group of enemies, but I don't think it's big enough to warrant using a multi-spell on them. That wasn't too difficult. Yeah, let's see, who needs a potion? Yes, the whipping boy of the group, the black belt. Okay, those 2 rooms have treasure. Cottage and a potion. So the cottage is a deluxe version of a tent. It'll completely refill all of your HP and magic uses. And I'll use a multi-spell since these guys are strong to physical attacks. And what's in here? A copper armlet. Well, guess what? We already bought copper armlets, but again, we can sell them. Okay, the next room contains the fabled crown that we've come here to get. It also contains a boss enemy of sorts. We're going to be fighting Piscodemons. If you're lucky, you will only encounter 2 of them. If you're not so lucky, you'll encounter as many as 4 of them. In the original Nintendo version, they were called wizards. Oddly enough, the wizards they don't cast any magic spells. They only have physical attacks, so they're not really much of wizards, are they? And we got 6 enemies that can poison us. Let's hit them with a multi-spell. Oh, we're very, very close to a level up. Okay, so make sure you guys are healed up, because this is going to be a boss battle. Piscodemons. Okay, so just have your upper 2 guys attack. I'm going to have my white mage use Protect, which will buff our defense against physical attacks. And the black mage, I'm going to use Haste on our fighter. Which is going to increase his attack rate. And then we're going to use Temper also on the fighter, and that's really going to make his attack super strong. And that's a tactic you're going to see me use on lots of bosses in the future. He's going to be our wrecking crew. See, look at that. 300 damage. And that's all. And we all got level ups. And we also got the crown. Alright, so we'll be able to return that to the king in the Western Keep. Now after that battle, I'm certain you'll need healing up. Okay, and the nunchucks. Well, de-equipping the nunchucks will decrease his attack power, so we'll leave him with that. And then we still got some more treasures over on the right. More gil, that's good. And again, at this point, you can lighten up on the magic conservation a little bit. Not too much though, because we still got 2 more floors to backtrack to get out of this dungeon. You know, like I said, those bottom rooms, those are locked, so don't waste your time trying to go through those. So let's go back. Eventually your mages will be able to learn a spell that'll let you warp out of dungeons, but for now we gotta backtrack, annoying as it is. Yeah, that wasn't too difficult. And back to the left. And there's a paralysis. Luckily we haven't suffered many paralyzing effects in this dungeon, but poison, yeah, we've been poisoned quite a few times. And up the stairs. Oh, not yet. Not yet. We still gotta take out some enemies. And then you guys know the path through the room. And we gotta go up. Wow, that one attack took almost half of our black mage's HP off. Wow, I'll have to cure him. There we go. It's another thing. In Final Fantasy 1, they didn't introduce the row system yet, which will happen in the next game. So everybody's in the same row. In the next game, we can put our dedicated magic users in a back row so they can only take half as much damage from physical attacks, but still be able to deal full damage magic-wise, which is helpful. And up the ladder. And you guys should remember the way out. Up, up, up. Well, I didn't Wasn't lucky enough to score a critical attack on the green muck. Nope. No, it's not giving me my crits. Okay. I'll use magic. Fine. There we go. Got him. And take the left path. And you can just see the stairs. These shadow enemies can also paralyze you. Luckily, they're not too difficult. And we've completed the Marsh Cave. But guess what? We still gotta walk back to the Elf Castle. And remember to save your game. Up we go. North out of the marsh. Yeah, let's multi these guys. Hit them with a blizzer up. Now we're out of the marsh. Follow the path up to the hole in the mountains. Now the reason why I am not going directly to the Western Keep is there is a boss battle there, so we want to go back and save at the inn, recover all our HP and MP uses because we want to be at full power for this next boss battle. Like I said, we're almost at the town, so let's just hit them with the big multi-spell. Okay, go in. And let's go to the inn. Let's go sell all our weapons and armor that we got at the Marsh Cave. That's no good to us. See, look at our gil now, almost 15,000. We got a good chunk of gil for the next town that we run into. And buy lots of good weapons, armor, and spells. Alright, so we're going to call this an episode. Please like and subscribe, save your game, and we'll see you next time.